your host with the most. Now, I'm not going to be talking in the video, but I decided that I should at least do the intro so that you guys know that it is actually me playing and whatnot. Um, I'm I'm only playing like 3 games right now. I'm playing Minecraft, of course. I'm playing Fallout 76. Um, it's going through season 3 right now. I skipped most of the week. So I've got 3 days left for the weekly, and I've done almost all of the ones that I will do. I don't do the dailies or anything that does daily operations, and I don't do anything that's nuclear winter. So I've done everything else except for I need to kill 7 more legendaries, um, legendary creatures, and that'll be it. I'll have done what I need. Oh, and I think I have to level up one more time because I leveled up twice today. Uh, but I did everything else I did all the dailies and I did everything else that was for the weekly in one day. So, um, it's not that hard. And I went up I think like 3 or 4 ranks on the scoreboard. So I'm on what I call the home stretch, which means I'm in the last section. Because if you divide the board into 3 sections, I'm in the last section or the 3rd section of the board. So I just got the tackle box as the last thing that I unlocked today, and I know a lot of people are way ahead or finished by now. Um, you know, because they do the accumulative, get 10,000 experience and you get 100 points towards your scoreboard, all that stuff. They play constantly, but I don't play. It's Fallout 76. While it's one of my favorite games, it's not my main game. Minecraft has turned into my main game. So I play a lot of Minecraft, play Fallout 76, and then the 3rd slot rotates depending on my mood and what I have installed somewhere. So like right now, it's rotating between Two Worlds, PC version. Two Worlds, very old game. Um, Cyberpunk 2077, which I have on PS4. I don't recommend getting it on PS4. I pre-ordered it and didn't realize it was going to be crap until after I got it home. And I said, you know what, whatever. When they gave the offer for full refunds and stuff, the process is so mind-numbingly intricate. I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going to do this. So I just kept it. I'll play it. You know, uh, I eventually will get all the DLC that's not free because I know that they're going to be giving away a good portion of it for free, and then but it'll go on my shelf unless it pulls a No Man's Sky or a Fallout 76 where it like dramatically improves. I'm just not into it anymore. The the crappy launch killed all my hype and wanting to really play it. I'd rather replay Days Gone than play Cyberpunk most of the time. Anyway, but I am slowly inching my way through the game. And then I borrowed a game from the library to try because I try not to pre-order things unless I trust the company, which is bit me in the ass quite a few different times. But um, I borrowed Doom Eternal from the library, and it's okay. I mean, it's a Doom game. I'm not a huge first person shooter and type person. So yeah, I play things that are first person shooter ish, like Borderlands and Fallout, but they're not pure first person shooter, right? They've got RPG elements and other things to it. Doom, just like Wolfenstein, which I also like that game too, is more of a pure first-person shooter than Fallout or whatnot. So it takes me a while to get through playing them. I don't think I've even finished the first. When I say first Doom, I mean the 2016 Doom. I think it was 2016. the first Bethesda Doom. I haven't finished that. It's just like I have Wolfenstein, Youngblood or Old Blood. Wolf, you know, I have that one. I have Wolfenstein. Uh, I have everything up to New Colossus. Wolfenstein 2. I have not got Youngblood. Um, just because I've heard bad things about it, but I most likely will eventually buy it for completing the collection. It's just like I've got Far Cry 3 because I bought Far Cry 5, and I bought the season pass, so I got Far Cry 3 and I played that because I loved Far Cry 5. So I played Far Cry 3 and it ended up liking that. So everybody suggested that if you like 3 and you like 5, that you'll like 4. So I bought 4, and I've played through that. And my two favorites are 4 and 5. Just the storyline and the characters. Um, I just really love it. And I've got New Dawn. Though I don't really consider that a mainstream Far Cry game because it doesn't really play this. The gameplay is kind of the same, with the weapons and all that stuff, but the loop and the storyline are not nearly on par with 3, 4, and 5. I have not pre-ordered 6 because I don't have the money, and so it can wait. Because I've only got one game, and I might have another one pre-ordered soon. I've got Dying Light 2 pre-ordered, and I'm waiting on that. And I hope they don't pull a Cyberpunk where, even though it was supposed to release on PS4 and Xbox One X and all that stuff, that they've made it so it won't really work on those systems, and because from what I understand, Dying Light 1 was supposed to release on PS3, and it ended up skipping to PS4, and I am praying that the Dying Light 2 doesn't do that, because I pre-ordered it like 2 years ago and I can't afford the $500-$600. It would be $500 if I could get my hands on one to buy a PS5. I can't afford it. I have to buy a new bed. Anyway, so I'm praying that they don't do that, and then I'm going to be pre-ordering most likely the Mass Effect Legendary Edition or whatever, where they're going to put all 3 of the original trilogy plus all the DLCs and the deluxe content and all that stuff into one package for the PS4. I love the Mass Effect series. I even sort of kind of liked Andromeda. It's not my favorite of the series. It's actually the worst of the 4 games. But it after they fixed most of it slightly, it was better than it was at launch. Though I am disappointed that they copped attitude with the players and decided not to do any DLC or anything for it, because they had tons of lead-ins to different DLC that was planned, and then they copped out because people got so pissed off with how buggy and non-functional it was at launch, and so EA, I think it's EA that owns the franchise, got attitude with paying customers who actually had a legitimate reason to be angry, and decided not to release any DLC. And if you wanted to know more about what was going on in the story that they did all of these leads for, you had to buy a series of books. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you. So, but yeah, I like the original trilogy is my absolute favorite. I'm really looking forward to see what they're doing with the remaster. Though, kind of like with Mafia 3, the third Mass Effect doesn't really need to be remastered too much when it comes to graphics and everything, unless they're going to do like an RTX version for the PS5, which I don't know why they would put that much work into trying to update the first and second one to that extreme, but look what they did with with Mafia. So who knows? Anyway, let me get on into the game. I have a lot of stuff that's going on in my personal life that I'm not going to talk about right now. Uh, I will think about making a video on my laptop or on my phone and uploading it to YouTube about what's going on. There's just a lot of stress going on. So for me, Minecraft, and this is why I'm playing Minecraft so much and why it's mostly all the streaming and posts that I've done in the last like 3 months or so, I think, is Minecraft for me, the loop in survival for gathering resources and building and building your stuff up and all that other stuff and finding netherite and diamonds and everything is very soothing. I find myself getting sucked in and my mind stops worrying about other things and my body calms down. It's very zen. It's almost like meditation for me. So that's why I'm playing it so much, is because I find it very, very soothing. And it's like some guys out there find building with Legos, the Lego sets that you buy that have the instructions and stuff, or doing like with Jay's 2 Cents. He builds battleships and stuff, models, and he finds that very soothing and pleasurable and everything, and not frustrating. Well, I would find that frustrating. I tried making models before, and I find them very stressful. But he doesn't. It's just like if I was trying to do certain very intricate Lego builds, I'd find it probably frustrating. But Minecraft, not so much. Very meditative for me. Okay, so I don't remember what I was doing in this game, so I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna start over. On PC, I've got this one save where seriously, it was very, very lucky. I randomly found, I was digging down to make a mine, and I randomly found a fortress with an end gate in it. And so I've got that save, but I haven't really been playing it because my goal is not to beat the game or whatever. My goal is just to play. And I did get a chance to play it with one of I wouldn't call him a fan so much as he's an acquaintance through a friend of mine, her stepson, Jagger. I got to play a couple hours with him on Minecraft on my computer because he's got an Xbox, so we're able to cross-play that way. Though we can't cross-play, PS4 to Xbox. And we got to play for a few hours, and that was interesting because I haven't played multiplayer Minecraft before, and he's a very young boy, young man, however you want to put it. He's a preteen, and so he doesn't really listen that well when you tell him not to do something. And I'm a little OCD when it comes to how I do things, and so it was an interesting learning experience all around with what happened. My friend Georgia listens on speakerphone, and she says I handled it pretty well. I was like, okay, thank you, because I was worried about, because I didn't realize just how OCD I would get. Because I was like, okay, yeah, you can go and do this, you can go and do that. He was doing his own stuff. But then he watches a lot of YouTube videos of other creators doing stuff in Minecraft, and he saw a couple other creators on YouTube make a nether gate using buckets of lava and water. And so he was like, I saw these guys do it, and I can do it. And I'm like, I don't want you to do it because we had two pools of lava on the surface that made it so that we don't have to go running down to this ravine, this underground ravine that we found, and so it would just save time. It would, if we needed to use the furnace or whatever, because we wouldn't have to constantly run down to the ravine and come back up. And so I was like, no, we're using those. I'm using those pools for resources, and he didn't listen. But it's okay. I want him to have fun, and that was something that he really wanted to do just to prove that he could do it. And so he just did it, and it's cool. I started a brand new session for just me, and whenever he and I are gonna play again, we'll use the one where we make the Nether Gate. And eventually, I will learn not to be so OCD with things. So, I'm still not allowing comments to come up on the screen. This is because most of the people who comment anymore, they're not saying anything about what I'm playing. They're not asking questions about my techniques or anything like that. They're spamming. They're either trolls or the last guy that sent a message. He was promoting a rap album, which has nothing to do with anything that I talk about or the game or anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep commenters from being able to be displayed for the foreseeable future. Alright, I'm turning off my microphone so I don't keep babbling at you guys, and I hope you enjoy the meditative show. Alright, later. I'm gonna have to save and exit. I forgot to turn on coordinates.